Hi everyone and welcome to another video with myself, Microbox, and I have to apologise for the delay in getting content out. I wanted to get at least another video out in the last few days, but I've been struggling with cold, so I didn't think you'd want to be listening to me coughing and spluttering throughout a video, so hopefully that won't be the case today, but we'll see how we go. You may have to stick some pauses and cuts in as we go just to get through the video, but we'll see how we go anyway. But I want to start by just thanking everybody that checked out the last video, or my first video in a long time. I mean, because they're not putting any content out for over 3 years, to still hit 100 views in a week is really good. I'm really pleased with that, and thank you so much for checking it out. I know what the YouTube algorithms are like now, so it's not the easiest to find content, it's not the easiest to get notified of content, so coming back after a 3-year hiatus, getting 100 views, I'm definitely happy with that, so thank you very much. In the meantime, during the week, I've been chatting to our friend the Welsh Gamer, for those that are old hats to the channel. As you all know, me and Welsh Gamer go way back with podcasts and videos and things like that. He's also been out of the game for quite some time. But I've been having a chat with him this week off and on, and we've been texting. We've always kept in touch, maybe some distances between messages, but we always keep in touch. But we're discussing maybe putting a podcast together, or just a catch up where we'll come online and might be doing 20 minutes, half an hour, see how things go, just for the two of us to have a chat, catch up, see what we've been doing, and fill you guys in as well on what we've been doing, where we've been and what we've been doing all that time, and what we've been playing. So hopefully that'll be something that comes across soon. We'll get that sorted in hopefully in the next few weeks, maybe next month. But it's definitely something that we're definitely looking at. So anyway, let's get to the point of the video, really. I mean, it's something I've been wanting to talk about for some time. I see a lot of people talking about it, and certainly after the Xbox showcase last week, a lot of people have questioned, is Xbox Gamepass or Game Pass sustainable, and is it a profitable option for Microsoft? And it's a lot of people have been asking this, but you've got to say, it has to be. I mean, I've been looking at the stats today. I've been looking through it, and it's quite mind-blowing. I mean, just in the time that Xbox Game Pass has been going, I mean, I didn't think it had been going as long as it had, but I mean, Game Pass was launched in 2017. So we've had Game Pass for 7 years. I mean, where's that time gone? I mean, 7 years is unbelievable. I mean, in that time, I mean, as of February of this year, it has 34 million subscribers. That's full-blown Game Pass, because obviously there's other options available, but for Game Pass, 34 million subscribers as of February this year. The games division, the last quarter, I think it was January to March, the games division generated 5.45 billion revenue. So it's making money, and it has to be. I mean, everybody says, is it sustainable? Can it go on? If it's been going 7 years and games developers and are still signing up to it, there has to be money made. It has to be. I mean, the showcase showed 30 games, which is an incredible amount. I mean, I said it in my previous video, and I stick to it now. I still think the showcase that they gave last week is the best showcase that they've ever done. Without any doubt, it's the best one that they've done. And when you look at the games that they listed, I mean, it's an incredible lineup. I mean, just having Indiana Jones, for me, was a big thing. I'm a massive Indiana Jones fan. I love the Indiana Jones games. I still go back occasionally and play the OG Xbox game. I still enjoy that. So any opportunity to play a new Indiana Jones game, for me, is a winner. And day one on Game Pass. You can't go wrong. But yeah, I mean, let's look at all the games coming to Game Pass that they announced. And there's 18 of them. Yeah, 18 games on Game Pass day one that they announced at this show last week. Obviously Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which to me is a massive save. I mean, I generally buy every other one now because the cost of these games is just getting ridiculous. But, you know, so yeah, I'll be playing that day one. Indiana Jones, as I said. You've got Doom. The Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator, Perfect Dark, Fable, State of Decay 3. You know, the list is massive. All of these games are games that people would play and pay to play these games. But we're giving them day one on Game Pass, and it's just it's an incredible option for gamers. You know, I'm still a big stippler, and I've had this argument many times in podcasts in the past and whatever. I'm still a massive physical gamer. I prefer physical media. Same on my movies, same on my games. But for games that I'm not necessarily I'm not sure if I like it or not, it's lush to be able to just go in there and play on the Game Pass and try these games out. And for parents, it's an amazing option, which I'll go into in a minute. I mean, coming from a parent myself, I mean, if Indiana Jones has a physical release, I'll be buying it. There's no doubt about that. Call of Duty, I wouldn't be buying this one, but I will play it because it's on the Game Pass. Perfect Dark is probably another one that I would probably purchase. As Fable, I would definitely be purchasing that if they do physical releases of these games. There's still nothing listed physically for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, so I'm hoping that they do bring out a physical release for this. But the fact that these games are coming out day one, the fact that Microsoft has invested the money into getting these games on Game Pass, shows that Game Pass is a viable model, is making money. It has to be, because why would they do it otherwise? You know, and another great thing with Game Pass is there's games that are coming out that maybe people wouldn't have tried if not on Game Pass, and it gives, you know, smaller developers a great platform to get their work out there and publicised, and they can go from there. And again, people will buy their games because they like what they do. But yeah, I mean, the whole showcase was fantastic, but to have out of 30 games shown, 18 of those games on Game Pass day one, it's incredible. It's incredible. And as I say, you know, Game Pass is obviously making money. You know, a games division doesn't generate nearly $5.5 billion in revenue by losing money on Game Pass. 34 million people on the Game Pass as of February. That's going to grow this year substantially with the inclusion of Rainbow with the inclusion of Call of Duty. That revenue is going to grow massively, and so is the subscription base. We've already seen in the press that Xbox Series X and S sales are soaring since the announcement that game was going to Game Pass. So it's obviously got the interest of gamers from other platforms, most probably PlayStation. You know, at the end of the day, these games aren't cheap now. I mean, you're talking 70, 80, 90 pounds for these games now. And, you know, as parents, and, you know, times are tight at the moment. They've been tight for a long time. I mean, for me, if Game Pass had been available when my kids were little, it would have saved me a fortune. You know, when I had 3 kids, all of them were big gamers, and they all had their own consoles. 2 of them were big sort of Rainbow and Call of Duty fans. So, you know, when COD dropped, that was 3 copies for me because they all had their own consoles. And back then it was like £40 a game, so it was 120 quid there. It's more than that now. You're talking nearly £100 a game. So for any parent out there who's in the same situation I was, Game Pass is a no-brainer. It's you know, £300, you know, to buy 3 kids games. I say 3 kids, I count myself as one of them. Or, you know, 30, 40 quid on Game Pass each month. You know, for parents, it's an easy option. It's a definite saver, and the amount of games available on there, and it continues to grow. And I'm amazed we haven't seen an announcement that more Activision games aren't going to be going on to Game Pass. I'm sure we're going to be seeing that very soon. I can't imagine that they're going to keep all the old Call of Duties off Game Pass. That's going to be a big sell for them. But yeah, Game Pass revenue, Game Pass subscriptions are going to go through the roof over the next sort of 6 to 12 months. Let's see what happens when the new I keep saying Rainbow, the new Call of Duty drops, and when Black Ops 6 drops, because you know, if you're waiting for that game, you're not going to subscribe to Game Pass now because it's not out until sort of October and November time. You're going to subscribe the sort of the month that it's coming out. Let's see subscriptions jump then, which they will do, and revenue for Xbox and Microsoft is going to continue to grow when it does so. So yeah, is the Game Pass sustainable? Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's got to be. 7 years and they're still doing it. It's going to be. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. I've gone on a lot longer than I planned to. I'll probably whittle on, but I really do appreciate it. Please like and subscribe, and leave any comments down below. Tell me what you think of Game Pass. Tell me, you know, your experiences with Game Pass. Has it been a saving to you and your family? I can't imagine that it hasn't. Anyway, take care, and I'll speak to you soon.